All right, good morning, you guys. Thursday, a couple days before our 3-day Labor Day weekend. Here we go, pre-market prep for this day. Okay, so a couple things I want to discuss this morning. All right, so we got Amazon. I sold my Amazon calls yesterday at the pretty much near the peak, 35.25. I figured it was going to go higher, but then the QQQ just started turning and the market started turning and it just went on this violent sell-off below 34.80. Right, it was like a $50 dip, so that was pretty crazy. So it's back on my radar today. I might even just go for it one more time here. It looks pretty good. And the pre-market jobs data is out, so I believe the jobs data points to recovery, less job claims versus estimate. So that's looking pretty good for the stock market. We'll see what happens here, but Amazon's going to look pretty good today, I believe. At least we'll test the yesterday's high at 35.25. All right, so Fubo is just hanging out near the $30 line. All right, so it's I'm just going to go over the 2-hour chart. Looks like it wants to break out here. If it breaks out over 30, I think there will be a strong push towards 31, and eventually 33, 35 down the road. In the next week or so. So Fubo is looking pretty good. I mean, the NFL season is starting up in 2 weeks, and Fubo Sportsbook seems to be getting momentum with at least with the PR wise, market access through 5 different states. Yesterday, I believe, or a couple days ago, I believe the California is going to be legislating next year, come next year for online wagering as well. So Fubo is going to look pretty good for the long term. Now, let's head over to overseas and go to China. All right. So I told you guys about PDD about probably last week. So it broke out of the flag and it did another flag, at least on a 2-hour chart. And we're seeing some green here during the pre-market for PDD. So this, if you want to take a look at this one, just look at BABA as well. So BABA is doing the same kind of exact thing here. It broke out again this morning. All right, in the pre-market. So in the pre-market so far. So we'll see what happens with BABA and PDD and all that. All right, couple more for you guys. I sold my Tesla calls for a quick profit yesterday, 20%, not a big deal. But looks like it's, I just want to see if it can hold above the 730 level. Even with the sell-off yesterday, towards the end of the day, it actually held pretty well above 730. Still closed above 1130, and that's a nice green hammer on the daily. So I still expect a pretty big move, at least a significant move towards the 750 and 785 level. So that's what I got going for today. And one more, I want to remind you about DATS breaking out of a flag here, at least on the daily. Okay, it tried yesterday. I'm sorry, it's trying today. They just dropped some news, actually. They're going to be a gold sponsor at a blockchain expo. I mean, this is a blockchain company. They're not just pushing this app thing, all right, this chat app. They're actually pushing a lot more technology, and they seem very attractive, at least to investors and also potential major tech companies. I mean, I could definitely see companies like Facebook would be interested in DATS or DAT chat. So look at that nice, beautiful pennant that's developing here. See if we get a breakout today. Highs of 875. So I'm pretty sure we can get there pretty quickly. So that's all I got going on today. I haven't looked at Wish's chart lately, so sorry, don't have anything on Wish for you. All right, no questions this morning. All right, fine. No questions this morning. So that's it, buddy. Yeah, Moderna's just taken off without me. I don't have any position in Moderna, but it looks like it wants to run back to 400. It's just going to meet that resistance at 413. So just be careful with that. I mean, you have good profits at 413, but it's just got, or I'm sorry, 413, 418 area. So it's just got this resistance right here that you got to watch out for. Other than that, you might have a shot. I mean, might be a good call. Yeah, right here. Okay, so there's some resistance there. Okay, we see that if it breaks out of 418, yeah, you can see we could go back to 500 pretty quickly. I mean, with Moderna, I do believe they should have news within the next few weeks in regards to the full vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine approval. So that could send it, or it could be like, sell the news kind of event. So just be careful, because we know where PFE is now. I mean, I figure PFE would just kind of go to 55, 60, etc. But this is coming down. But hey, I mean, if you look at the PFE chart, daily chart, it looks like a nice reversal doji as well right here. So this is starting to come back around. But PFE is just a slow grinding kind of stock. So I'm not too interested in PFE. I hate big. BBIG took my money twice yesterday, so I'm not playing BBIG. That chart is just everywhere right now with BBIG. So if you're playing BBIG, or you're in it for a swing off the fundamentals, their merger, etc., feel free. It's just not for me. To be honest, I took a couple of losses on it yesterday trying to scalp that thing. Lucid should hit 20 again. If I go to Lucid, look, I mean, there was a lot of fear yesterday, right? I didn't even want to tweet about it. Hitting $16 or under $16 was absolutely ridiculous. But you can see that we are recovering well. We're sitting around $18 right now. Their production in Arizona has started. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but it has started. So you can expect deliveries some point, November, December timeframe. And yes, I can't wait to get my Lucid car, the Grand Air Touring, baby. NVIDIA, no, not looking at NVIDIA. Roku, Netflix ran wild. I mean, I figured Netflix was going to eventually break through that $500, $600 mark, and it looks like it's trying to hit 590 just yesterday. And if I pop over to the daily chart here, you can see that it met a resistance right here, right? So 590. If the bulls keep pushing, yeah, you're going to see 600. Okay, as I anticipated, finally breaking out of this range. So we'll see what happens here. I do like Netflix to at least hit 600 and pull back and then go a little bit further. So yeah, I like Netflix. Yeah. Well, at least I have a reservation in for the Grand Air Touring. Yes, I do, because I love it. It's an amazing car. If you ever guys get a chance to visit a local studio, go check it out. I mean, it's just it's a really beautiful car. I mean, everything is just well designed. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I am in Root. All right. Okay, yeah, we could talk about Root for a second, and then we're done here. Okay, Root's pretty quiet, obviously. Okay, I think if I do the fib, it's a 0.618 retracement. Usually is. You got a hammer right here on a reversal on the daily, so I think we're done dipping here. Definitely the bulls are holding the $6 line. So we'll see if it kind of turns around here. There's still pretty high short interest on Root here, so I'm kind of just hanging on to it, see what happens here. Eventually, the money will flow out of BBIG and some of the other names, and we'll let's see. We'll go to Root. I'm still on GME, just so you guys know. This is a very nice setup, by the way. So I'm waiting for this to break out here. So I have $300 calls for October for GameStop, and they have, I think they have earnings next week, correct? Do you guys know? I think, yeah, they do have earnings next week. What's up, Rob? I hope you won your bet yesterday. I don't know what the result of that game was, but I hope you got it. No thoughts on lithium stocks. No thoughts on fiber. Fubo, I gotta imagine Fubo is gonna hit 30 today. GLSI, since I'm here, you guys should be looking into this company. If you guys haven't heard of this company, it's breaking out. If I just do a weekly chart on this one, it's starting to break out of this this consolidation area. The floor has been literally $38 to $40 for the last 2 months or so, or a month and a half, and it's starting to break out. So pre-market's already 44.44. So they got a price target upgrade to $78, and also data coming out this fall, all right, the float on this stock can send the stock really like just skyrocket. December ran to 150, so just be aware of GLSI. So I got a good position on GLSI, just sitting there waiting for the good news. Even buyout, I mean, their trials have been very, very promising. So on breast cancer, so maybe some bigger pharma will be interested in this stock. Will be interested in this kind of company. Yeah, IWM sure looks good. I think I do think the small caps should start running soon. It's been kind of just held down for most of August because all we've been really seeing is the tech run up. But we'll see if IWM pushes past 230. Fantastic. Then we're back in the game. But really, what we got to do is be up here and break out of this this box we've been trading in for quite some time here. If I look at the weekly chart, yeah. All right, so this is the range that we've been trading in. If we can break out of the this 233 area, yeah, small cap's going to light up, and it's the season. So September is usually, in my based on my recollection over the years, September and the fall season usually has been pretty good for small caps. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm done here. That's enough. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the final pre-market prep before the Labor Day weekend. So have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the morning.